Okay, so I'm here on my desktop again. I have my examples folder and my example.html. I'm gonna be using, can't move this. Okay. I'm gonna be using this example.html file to write the code over the next couple lectures. So inside here, there is the hello world. Okay, so let's see this. Let's see, before we get into it, let's open this up and let's see it. It's in my other monitor. Give me 1 second. Okay, so there it is. Okay, let's start writing some actual HTML code. I like having some extra space there. You don't need that, but I like it. So the first one is the h1 tag. So alright, that's an h1 element right there. And inside I'm gonna put, hello world. Okay, let's see what that looks like. So it's bigger now. In HTML, there is 6 levels of heading tags, ranging from H1 to H6. So as the number gets bigger, the text gets smaller. So if you look at an H2 tag, it'll be a little bit smaller than an H1 tag. So let's just compare them. It's actually a lot smaller, actually. I kind of wish it was not that much smaller, but what are you going to do? So let's look at an H3 tag. Whoops, H3. For now, I'm just going to be using this same simple phrase, hello world. Okay, so this is actually really small. If you look at just the standard HTML text size, the heading tag is actually starting to get pretty close to that. Whoops. And I think by H4 it might be smaller. I'm not sure. Usually you would use something like CSS to make these a little bit bigger or something, because yeah, this looks like it's the exact same size, except notice that the H1 tags are also emboldened. So let's look at H5. It's gonna be getting really small now. Yeah, H6 is basically gonna be like microscopic. Okay, so there's the H1 to H6, and this one is just the normal text. See, this is really small. That's not much of a heading at all. But anyways, in HTML, using heading tags is really important for things like search engines. When search engines are looking around the internet for websites, they're looking at H1 tags, or they're looking at all heading tags, and they're using that to try to understand how important that text is. So if you give something an H1 tag, it's like you're telling the search engine that this is a huge title. Something like say you have a blog or something. The first thing you see on the blog would be something like, well, welcome to my blog. So something like that. So if you see in a website something like the big standing text in the center would usually be an H1, and you could have big text without it being an H1. You could use CSS to style it and make it bigger and then make it bold, and it essentially looks the same. But using H1 tags are important for letting search engines know how important that text is, since search engines don't actually see what your website looks like, they just see the code. So that's important.